Hey, how's it going? Welcome back to another episode of the Duo Group Ironman. Last video we did Desert Treasure, we finished up RFD, and we finally got the Barrows gloves after 15 days of playing the group Ironman. As much as I really want to get into Slayer, there's a few things that we should do on the account beforehand just to really set the account up for success so that way we're good for the long term. The first thing was Barrows gloves, which we got done last video, and then my mind has just been racing with so many ideas of things to do. Like one thing that I think would be really important would be the Karen teleport, which we need 69 magic for, and we only have 61 at the moment. But it'd be nice to build the portal in the POH, which we can boost magic for, but that means we'd also have to train construction too. But then how are we going to train construction? How are we going to train magic? Well, we probably need GP for that, and to get GP, the main method I've been doing is blackjacking, and I do want to get 91 thieving eventually anyways for pyramid plunder, so I think it only makes sense that today we should go on a blackjacking grind for 91 thieving. And I say 91 specifically because that is the level you need to get to the highest room in pyramid plunder, so eventually when we do decide to go for scepters, we'll have that level knocked out of the way already. So if we're going to do it eventually anyways, we may as well do it now when we really need the money. Dragon Defender would be nice too. You can see I've just been at Sand Crabs tonight. And I don't know why, but like Barrows is the one thing I've really been looking forward to the most with Group Ironman. I don't know why. Barrows has just always been the thing that keeps popping up in my head over and over that I'm just really excited for, but that's still a long ways away. Ooh, 65 strength. We can move over to training attack now. We need a combined total of 130 between attack and strength. So once we get 65 attack, we can go into the Warriors Guild and start going for the Dragon Defender. Not necessarily today, but eventually in the near future before we start Slayer at least. You've been playing for a while. Consider taking a break from your screen. You know what, Jagex? I will consider taking your unsolicited advice, and not because you told me to, but because it's super late and I was going to anyways. So I'm gonna go to bed now because it's super late. And tomorrow we're gonna have a long day of blackjacking ahead of us. I can't wait. I'm just gonna dream of thieving tonight. Hello, good morning, gamers. Today is the day I thieve your hearts. We also got 2 nature talismans here, which is not only the first nature talisman on the account, but also the second one too. This is the very beginning of the nature talisman stack, because for those of you that don't know, I like collecting nature talismans. I haven't had a chance to collect them for a long time because you can't really do that on UIM. Well, let's not beat up the dead bush anymore and start getting into it. I'm going to reset the thieving XP tracker here. Not that necessarily matters because, I mean, there's a chance we might get all of this done today. But let's take a look at the skill calculator here on RuneLite. So if we go to thieving, our target goal is going to be level 91, so that's going to be about 5.9 mil XP, which means we're about 3.2 mil XP away. If you look at Menophyte Thugs, that's about 23.3k pickpockets, and we have just over 600 salmon. Hopefully that lasts, but it's not a big deal if it doesn't because we have plenty of other food. I just don't want to waste karambans here, but I also feel like trout is just a little bit below the level of food that I want. Oh great, now's the fun part, finding a world. I'll leave the thieving tracker up here just so throughout the video you can see exactly how much XP we've gained. Alright, starting with 83 thieving for today, let's get some RSI. Hey, 76k XP in one trip of food. I remember not too long ago I was getting like 30 or 40k XP per trip. Every time I come here to unnote food, I always eat up to full health first just so we get like a few extra free bites. Just so we really have like as much food as possible, I guess. Here we go, the first level of the day coming in, level 84 thieving. I had to turn off the XP tracker, like the RuneLite one that shows the XP per hour, because just seeing the XP per hour was making it a lot less fun for me. I swear this is like the 3rd beekeeper random I've had since last night. Let's see. The piece blocks. Yes, the top. Do I have to make an extra trip to the bank now? I'm probably just gonna leave it in the inventory. 85 thieving. 86. No way. The 6-hour log. God, I'm such a loser. 87. 88. Oh man, I truly am the biggest loser. Look at that, dude. The back-to-back 6-hour logs. Well, you know me, business as usual. It's 2 out of 5 for today. All right, in 12 hours though, we got just over 1.9 million, almost 2 million thieving XP, which comes out to like, I guess I average like 160k XP per hour, which is pretty bad, but I still got up to use the bathroom and make food and go do other stuff, but I was logged in the whole time still. I guess I was never away from the computer for more than 5 minutes. I know, such a weird thing to brag about. For my downtime or chill time or whatever you want to call it for today, we're going to be running some rooftop courses here at Canopus because we still need to finish full graceful, and that's something that like we pretty much need to get on the account because right now we only have 2 pieces, I think the legs and the hood, and we have 1 mark of grace, I think, in the bank, so we still need a bunch more. We have level 57 agility, and then for thieving, we made it about halfway through level 88, so we are definitely not going to be able to get to level 91 tonight, so we're going to have to finish that up tomorrow. Is this the level? Yeah, 58 agility. Okay, that's going to be enough agility for today. We can put this stuff back in the bank here, and then I'm going to grab out not only the salmon, but also trout, because as you can see, we're about to run out of salmon, so... yeah, I'm sure this trout will last for the rest of 91 thieving. 89 thieving, and not only that, it is also 1300 total level. Well, this is going to be the last of the salmon used up. Just going to eat a few more right here, and it's actually bedtime for me right now. So I'm going to go to sleep now, and then in the morning we're going to have like probably 4 to 5 more hours to finish off level 91. I just spent like 5 minutes trying to find an open world, and then of course the first 1250 world I find is an open one, so thank you again 1250 world for coming in clutch. Good morning, by the way. 90 thieving, the final stretch begins. Alright, here we go, the last pickpocket right here. 91 thieving, we could finally play the game now. Oh man, dude. Look at that freaking cash stack, 2.7 mil, and plus we'll combine that with what we have in the bank as well. Looking at the XP tracker, we gained 3.2 million thieving XP, and like I was showing before, in the long term I averaged about 160k XP per hour, so that was about 20 hours of blackjacking to get this done. But we start with like 82 or 83, and we end up with level 91 thieving. Then we can combine this with the cash stack that we have in the bank, and it looks like that is just barely going to get us to 3 million GP. Oh, that looks so nice. It's also just really nice knowing that I'm done with blackjacking, because pretty much since we unlocked the ability to blackjack, I've kind of just been doing like an hour here and there, kind of half-assing the skill. So I'm glad we just knocked it out all at once and got that out of the way and got this nice starting cash stack for the accounts. If you're curious what Spook's been up to, she's actually been thieving as well, but she's been doing arty nights because she can't stand blackjacking. I mean, not that blackjacking is group content anyways, because you can't really do it together, but just wanted to let you know what she's been up to. But anyways, as you can see in the chat box here, I wrote out all these different kinds of runes because we are going to be doing Mage Training Arena to unlock Bones to Peaches. So I'm going to grab out these runes from the bank. We are going to have to spend some of this cash stack though to buy a lot more runes. All group Ironmen share the same shop stock, so I imagine the runes are probably going to be pretty sold out at Elite. The Cosmics were the ones I was most worried about. Actually, we need a lot of nature runes, and these don't seem to be in stock. We could always go to Mage Bank, I guess. I'll try a few more worlds. Oh, maybe the 1250 worlds are going to keep coming in clutch. Oh wait, no, we're in the 1250 right now, right? Well, there we go. There's about 400k GP spent, but we still have plenty of money left. 2.6 mil is nothing to scoff at. So as I said at the start of the video, one of the main goals actually before doing Slayer is to unlock the Karen teleport by getting 69 magic, except we don't actually have to get 69, we can just get level 66, and that way we can boost with the Wizard's Mind Bomb to make the portal in the POH. You can boost to make portals in the POH, but for some reason you can't boost to add teleports into the Nexus. But that's fine because we're pretty far away from even being able to build a Nexus. Alright, first time here, we got the Pizzazz Hat. We're going to start with the Telegrab room, the Telekinetic room. We need to get to 200 points in this room, and actually before we get started, I'm going to reset, or I guess set for the first time, the Magic XP tracker on the account, and then we'll switch this to Magic, and then as we're doing this, we'll see how much Magic XP we gain getting Bones to Peaches. I don't expect we'll actually get to 66, but we should get at least a couple levels doing this grind. I'm also going to turn on the spell filtering here, and then turn off teleports, just so that way I don't accidentally teleport out of here. Unfortunately, we don't have full Graceful yet. This is all that we got, so I'm probably going to have to end up walking for quite a bit. But that's okay, we're not going to have to be here for too long. It's not like we're going for Master Wand or full Infinity. By the way, I don't even know if it actually would let you teleport out of here, but spell filtering is still nice either way, so there's like less clutter on the screen when I'm trying to find the proper spell to use. First magic level coming in here, there's level 62. And just like that, we are done with the Telekinetic room. I got a couple extra points because we are going to need a mud rune for the Eyes of Gluff request. Well, me and Spook are both going to need one, so I'll just get the extra points in each room for that. We're going to do the enchantment room next, and we want the highest tier that we can use of enchant spells, which for me, that is going to be the level 4 enchant. So I just bought the Staff of Earth for that. that. By the way, the telekinetic room took pretty much exactly an hour and a half. Now for the enchantment room, this one's the fastest one. Nowadays, you don't even have to worry about the dragon stones. You just pick up a full inventory of these. You have to do it one by one though. And then when we get the full inventory, we just cast it and you can AFK because they kind of recently, not really recently, but they made it so that enchanting spells are AFK. But granted, you could do it manually and it is faster if you do it this way. And that is 63 magic, which also happens to be on the last inventory of the room. Yeah, that was really fast. Like even with AFKing for most of it, it still only took like half an hour. And we get some like extra free runes too, so there's some bloods and deaths, which actually help at this point in the account. That saves quite a bit of money. And next up we have the alchemist room, which is the room where the bulk of the XP is actually going to come from out of all the rooms from Mage Training Arena. Oh, there's like a warning to high alch these items because they're considered untradeable from the Mage Training Arena, so I have to disable the high alch warning right now, but just remind me when we leave the room to re-enable it. Thank you. Right here is what I mean when I say the big XP comes from this room. We're going to deposit it into the coin collector and there's a huge 20k XP drop, putting us at 64 magic. Oh, by the way, forgot to mention that at 63 we were able to easily boost with the Wizard's Mind Bomb to get into the Wizard's Guild because you need 66 to get in, but you can just boost for it. Turn in these coins and that is 65 magic. You know what? We actually might end up getting 66 magic from MTA. I really wasn't expecting to get this much XP. Oh, here we go. The final trade-in for the alchemy room. And there's also level 66 magic along with it. I can't believe you freaking got it, dude. Okay, we have one room left to go now. It's the graveyard room, which is probably the worst one before you have Bones to Peaches. Once you have Bones to Peaches, I personally don't think it's that bad. But when you only have Bones to Bananas, it's pretty bad. Oh, here's a little difference between this and UIM. So the GP that you get from the alchemy room, it goes straight to your bank, but on UIM it goes into your inventory, and then you can't bring GP into the alchemy room. So like if you leave, get your GP, you can't go back in, you just have to drop the GP. Oh, and it looks like the alchemy room took just over an hour, like an hour and 10 minutes. The reason why this room sucks with only Bones to Bananas is because, as you can see, you just keep taking 2 damage over and over. And it really sucks because the only food you can really use is either the bananas or the peaches, but bananas only heal 2, whereas peaches would heal 8. So like right now, I'm taking a lot of damage. Pretty much have to eat like half an inventory of bananas every few inventories. But we only have to get to 200 graveyard points, and once we have that, we'll never have to stress about this room ever again, because in the future we'll have Bones to Peaches if we ever go for Master Wand or Infinity or something. Oh, and while this room is a pretty much safe death, like you don't appear in Death's office or whatever, if you die, you appear right outside the room, but you lose 10 of your graveyard points, so it's probably not worth your time purposely letting yourself die in this room. One last inventory here, and we are now done with the graveyard room. No more graveyard room with Bones to Bananas on Frick Kip ever again. And that was the last room, and the graveyard room took like just over 40 minutes. So in total, this whole process of getting Bones to Peaches only took about 4 hours. I don't know why, for some reason I had it in my head that it was like 6 to 8 hours, or maybe it's because I did it on my UIM. Maybe that's why I thought it'd take longer, because on a UIM everything takes longer. 4 hours though for about 190k XP, so that's like 47.5k magic XP per hour, which is pretty good considering this is something we would have to eventually do anyways. So better to get 190k XP now rather than get it when we have like 80 magic or something, when the XP doesn't mean as much. But we can go ahead and trade with the Rewards Guardian, Bones to Peaches. We have everything that we need. Let's go ahead and confirm that. We've now unlocked the Bones to Peaches spell, which is something that a lot of people do because you need this unlocked for the Lumberage Hard Diary. Outside of just getting it for the diary though, it is useful for quite a few places like God Wars, for example, or maybe Search and Slayer tasks. If you don't know what it does, it turns all the bones in your inventory into peaches, which you can then eat for 8 hit points each. Oh yeah, I had to buy a couple of me runes as well. We need 1 each for Eyes of Gluffrey, so we'll just go ahead and buy 2 of those. I'll put 1 in the group storage for Spook. Also, me realizing that 65 magic was one of the last requirements we still needed for Lunar Diplomacy, with the only other one being 60 mining, which we're very, very close to. So maybe next video we'll get Lunar Diplomacy done. We've made it up to over 1300 total level. I guess we didn't do any quests this video, and then here's the playtime and all that. And if you haven't already, make sure you check out my duo teammate Spook Dog's channel, which you can find a link to in the description below. And with that said, thank you so much for watching. I hope you enjoyed, and I hope that you have a great day, and I will see you again next time.